Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, we have all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone who taught me His truth. And it's sincere Shalom to the elect out there, teach His truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Alright, Brother Yasharon, this is a late night commentaries. It's not going to be long at all, but it is a very serious topic. Now a lot of brothers already know about that cyber attack the other day on JBS, which is a large producer of meat. Okay, and we're going to go into a little bit of conspiracy theories here. Because if y'all remember, earlier this year, or was it last year? Late last year, was one of the two. But recently, Bill Gates had purchased a large amount of farmland. Okay. And after he did that, he made the statement that rich nations, which America would fall under, should start eating synthetic meat. Okay? Now, there's no link between the two, but it makes sense, especially when you consider that the Biden administration has said that they want people to eat less red meat. Okay, we know that's the goal of the elites. Okay, meat is going to be a treat. Okay, that's part of the Great Reset plan, that people are going to eat a lot less meat. Okay. Now there's already been a cyber attack earlier this year on the fuel supply. Now they're starting to attack the food supply, okay, which is already hampered by the supply chain problems because of the pandemic. Okay. And the Most High is letting us know that there's going to be famines coming when He does things like this, okay? Because even though it was a cyber attack, so on and so forth, there might have been things going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, that we're not able to have enough evidence to piece together. The whole point is this, is that these things don't happen unless the Most High allows it to happen. And we're in the time where we're about to see famines. Okay? And one of the main goals of the elites for their New World Order is to greatly reduce the population of the planet Earth. And the easiest way to do that is to what? Create famines, okay? Because famines, they don't just starve people. What they do is they lead to malnourishment, okay, which brings about all kinds of diseases, and it brings crime up and all kinds of things, man. Okay, wars start because of food and water issues. I'm going to read this article, and then we'll get a few scriptures. 1/5 of U.S. This is from the Seattle Times. Now you're going to have to forgive me, brothers. I'm really feeling under the weather, man. So if I start coughing like crazy, and hey, it is what it is, It's from the Seattle Times. 1/5 of U.S. beef capacity wiped out by cyber attack on JBS. Okay? Now the food supply is really messed up right now, man. The supply chain. Okay, because not only are they facing shortages and cyber attacks and all kinds of problems, supply chain problems, processing problems, so on and so forth, but they also have, but consumers also have to deal with the declining U.S. dollar. So not only is there shortages of this meat, okay, and issues with getting it from point A to point B to point C, okay, which increases the price. They also have to deal with the weakness of the U.S. dollar. So people aren't. So it's like a three strikes you're out type of thing, man. You know, people won't be able to purchase as much meat, okay, in the coming days. You know. So the Most High is creating the perfect storm for famine. You know, combine that with all the things that have been going on over the past year and a half, 2 years. You know, with the locusts eating lots of crops. Okay, so on and so forth. Alright? Famine doesn't just appear. There's usually a series of things of events that happen that trigger a famine. Okay, when you read into historical context. A cyber attack on JBS, the largest meat producer globally, has forced the shutdown of some of the world's largest slaughterhouses, and there are signs that the closures are spreading. JBS's 5 biggest beef plants in the U.S., which altogether handle 22,500 cattle a day, have halted processing following a weekend attack on the company's computer networks. According to JBS posts on Facebook, labor unions and employees. Those outages alone have wiped out nearly a fifth of America's production. Slaughter operations across Australia are also down, according to a trade group. One of Canada's largest beef plants was idled for a second day. It's unclear exactly how many plants globally have been affected by the attack, as JBS has yet to release details that granular. The prospect of more extensive shutdowns around the world is already upending agricultural markets and raising concerns about food security, okay, which hackers increasingly target critical infrastructure. In the U.S., JBS accounts for about a quarter of all U.S. beef capacity and roughly a fifth of all pork capacity. Livestock futures slumped while pork prices rose. JBS suspended its North American and Australian computer systems after an organized assault on Sunday of some of its servers. And I see news clips on this. The people were all upset because it's right in the middle of barbecue season. You know, you fat fucking Americans, man. Y'all are ridiculous. All y'all care about is making big ass fucking burgers and steaks on the grill, man. It's all y'all can think about. Oh, it's the middle of barbecue season. Oh, how are we gonna cope with the meat prices going up? Stop eating so much damn meat, you fat fucks. Like, come on, man. You fat fucking gluttonous Americans, man. You're full of excess with everything, man. Y'all don't know how to just eat a damn piece of meat. Y'all gotta have a big meat feast every weekend during the fucking summer, man. You fat fucking Americans, man. And then Americans wonder why the whole world hates them. Because y'all eat so much damn food for no reason. Okay? For no reason. Here it is. You're not even active people. You're not even really that active, and you know. And you eat so many excess calories that you don't need. Especially when it comes to meat, man. You Americans are ridiculous, man. I just had to put that out there, man, because I was watching them news reports on that. I was like, it's all these fat fucking Americans care about is they're barbecuing, man. They're not even seeing the bigger picture. But that's the thing. They never see the bigger picture. That's why, the Most High is really going to jack this place up, man. We'll continue on Slacky for the rant. The Brazilian meat giant said Monday in an emailed statement without commenting on operations at its plants. JBS said the incident may delay certain transactions with customers and suppliers. Retailers and beef processors are coming from a long weekend and need to catch up with orders. Steiner Consulting Group said in its daily livestock report, if they suddenly get a call saying the product may not deliver tomorrow or this week, it will create very significant challenges in keeping plants in operation in the retail case stocked up. Alright. I don't want to read this whole. And of course, they blame it on the Russians. Everything's Russia's fault. These stupid Americans will believe anything, man. You believe anything. Alright. Enough about you fat Americans and your meat. For the Most High, man. He's about to send some plagues to this place, man. Alright. Let's get this in 2nd Ezra's. Second Ezra 15 and 4. All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And the Most High has many different ways set up. Okay? To bring judgment forth in these last days. You know? I had Amos 8 pulled up when I opened the app. And that chapter contains the scripture where it talks about the famine of the word. So the Lord is sending not just the famine of the word right now, he's also in the beginning stages of setting up a serious famine. Okay? Because all the unfaithful need to die in their unfaithfulness. And those of you brothers with faith, you have nothing to worry about. And we're going to get that scripture. 2nd Ezra 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay? So the Lord is going to send these plagues upon the whole world, man. And you Americans, man, you better get used to not eating so much. Alright? Because even these elites, they always complain about how much you Americans eat, man. You gluttonous ass Americans, man. Alright? They're going to keep doing these incidences until you Americans start, your stomach starts shrinking, man. Alright? I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. You know, and these all go hand in hand. So the Lord is going to send famines upon the earth to kill all these ungodly people, man. Alright? And along with all the other things that come with famines. You know? Well, hey, the sword, right? If there's a serious famine in America, you think they're not going to have to declare martial law? For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Slaki. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay? I'm going to get this scripture in Job, man. Because really, famines were set up for the unfaithful. Alright? And it's a terrible way to die, man. Scriptures talk about in the book of Lamentations, alright, about how it's better to die from the sword than it is to die from famine, man. Because when you suffer from famine, you pine away. You waste away, man, down to nothing. Okay, and there's a lot of suffering involved. This is Job 5:19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And we're living in that time where he's delivering these troubles, man. Okay, and all these fat Americans care about on the ABC News and the CBS News is, oh, what are we gonna do for barbecue season? How are we gonna feed all our fat kids? You know, they're gonna, oh man, we're gonna have to shrink the size of our hamburgers. Fat fucking Americans, man. You deserve everything that's coming to you, man. You have no appreciation for the Most High's creation, man. You're full of excess, and you're full of pride, man. You know? In famine he shall redeem thee from death. Okay? And in war from the power of the sword. Right, so in famine he shall redeem us from death. Those that have the faith of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And especially those who do the work, man. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Okay? Now notice how in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, it talked about what? The sword, famine, death, and destruction. In this chapter, it talks about the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Okay? Because all these things are going to hit at the end, in the end days, man. At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. We already do. When we see destruction. Okay? And people look at us like we're crazy because of that. But we do, man. Because we know it's a sign from the Lord. You know? But this is talking about when it affects us personally. Okay? At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Okay, so we're going to laugh at this famine, man. You know, because we have Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to look out for us. Alright, and the Lord has this all set up for these last days, man. Let me get this in Isaiah. So like you're trying not to cough. Y'all know how that is. Isaiah 65:13. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Okay? Let me read this again. Behold, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay? Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart. Okay? And shall howl for vexation of spirit. Because there's going to be a lot of punishment and suffering going on during this time, man. And the Most High sends this final famine. Alright? I mean, it's a perfect storm. You have the US dollar melting away in terms of value. You have all these supply chain problems. You have actual food shortages. You know? It's all shaping up. Okay? It's not going to be an easy time, man. But the Most High is going to make sure that His servants are taken care of, man. When hasn't He? Alright, when hasn't He? But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Until next time, Shalom. Peace and blessings. See you later.